Hey, what's good? It's your girl Faithy J, aka Nikita Lyons. Welcome to the Lyons Den podcast.
I've been letting y'all have it. Your spotlight time is done. Your spotlight time is done. Feel like a champion. I am a champion. I will be champion.
What's up? It's your girl Faithy J, aka Nikita Lyons, aka Nikkita Multimedia, the Lyoness. How are you doing today? Before we get started, I want each and every one of you to take a deep breath with me. Ready? Now, doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that feel good to breathe? I think sometimes we forget to breathe. I forget to breathe sometimes, and I'll catch myself like, why am I holding my breath? I know I've said this before, so I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record, but I can't exaggerate enough how much breath is so important. I was doing cardio earlier because your girl's getting back into it, and if you forget to breathe, you pass out. Not that I passed out, but I noticed once I controlled my breath, I was like, okay, I got this. Everything's fine. So this is just my reminder to you to breathe. Going off of the getting back into it, I'm not going to lie. This is pre-recorded, This is pre-recorded because your girl, you don't know what's going to happen. You got to be ready for anything, prepared for anything at any time. So I like to get these out of the way whenever possible so I can drop them for you guys. But your girl's cleared. The Lyoness is cleared and back in the ring. Now, I don't know what may be happening at the time of this episode drop. I may be back on NXT, or I may not, or who knows? I guess we'll find out when this is out. But I just want to talk about the process a little bit deeper. I know I've talked about the rehabilitation process before, but I want to get a little bit deeper into it. Every single day, from the beginning, let's start where the night it actually happened. I knew that it happened right in the moment. I've talked about this before, but it's really it's mental. All of it is mental. And I just want to say thank you to each and every person that's been helping me throughout this journey. Tara, my amazing PT, all the doctors at WWE, the surgeon, Dr. Osbar, shout out to you, my coaches, the production team, like everybody has been so supportive, and I'm just extremely grateful for everybody on this journey. Hi, hello labs for helping me bring this to life. So gratitude, wanted to get that out the way first. Gratitude is the attitude. Anyway, so every day was a struggle. I'm not going to lie. It was a roller coaster, to be honest. Some days I was like, I got this. Let's get it. We out here. And then the next day I'd be like losing it. Like, am I ever going to get better? And why is this happening? Whatever, right? And this actually happened this week, to be honest. Actually, yesterday I was having quite the day. And then today was just a lot better. So resetting my energy, getting into that, you have to feel your feelings. And I know I've said this before, but this week I really had to do that. I know I've said it before and I've done it before, but this week was the ultimate test. It was literally like God in the universe saying like, okay, so you telling people this, let's see if you can take your own advice, right? So I had that experience. I think it was on Sunday. And I don't know why I was just going down this rabbit hole of thoughts, and I've realized like, okay, I need to just validate my younger self, because if this is what I had discovered, if you shun your younger self away and say, shut up, why are you thinking that? She doesn't want to hear that. My younger self doesn't want to hear that. My younger self wants to be validated. My younger self wants to be heard and know that it's okay and she's okay. And I think we're in a world where it's always like, oh yeah, just get over it. Oh yeah, just whatever. And although, yes, we do get over it, we do climb over that mountain. But in order to get over it, like truly get over it, you have to validate your younger self and think, okay, what is triggering this thought? What is triggering this feeling? And so I discovered that the feeling I was feeling was triggered by certain things that I've gone through in my adolescence, in my teenage years, of in the entertainment industry being told certain things and being treated a certain way. And I was like, oh, this is why I'm feeling that. This is why I have moments of disbelief in myself. And that's okay. But as soon as I was like, it's okay, Faith. It's okay, little Faith. Don't worry, you are heard. I am validating you. You can have all the validation in the world from hella people, but if you don't validate yourself, then it's like all that validation doesn't really sit with you, you know? So it took the whole day for me to tell my little Faith to chill out. It's okay. I'm here for you. Let me give you a hug. Obviously, not physically, but in another realm of a different dimension. But I hope that helps. I hope that helps some of you that may be having days that are like, why am I feeling these feelings? Try to go back into your memories, and though it can be hard and weird and like scary to go back into your triggering memories, that's how we heal. That's how we figure ourselves out. That's how we get to know ourselves. And that's how we learn how to love other people, because we can only love other people truly if we truly love ourselves, because we're all mirrors, we're all projections, and we project outward what we feel inward. You dig? So, on that note, back to recovery. It's been a long road, especially the two knee Nikkita. I'm about to be rocking 2 knee braces, just like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Shout out to you, Stone Cold. Love you, Austin 316. Anyway, huge inspiration of mine. But going into surgery, honestly, the second time, I was like, all right, let's do this shit, right? Because like I had done it already, and I've had the same surgeon, and I knew he was going to do exactly what he needed to perfectly, and grateful for that. But this time was different for me. The first surgery I went through, my other leg, was a lot different than this time. The first time I felt lost, I felt confused, I felt a myriad of things that may not even have a word to describe them. But this time, I felt nothing but pure determination, pure let me kick my own ass, because it's that time. I'm being presented with certain opportunities, and my body was failing me at the time. But it's not, I think I heard John Cena say this actually in an interview. It's not the fact that you fail, it's how you deal with the failure. I believe that, I don't know if that's word for word, but it was something along those lines. Like, how do you handle when you are at rock bottom? What do you do? Do you stay there? Like, yeah, I've fallen down, but I never just laid there. So I told myself that, and I knew there was going to be days where I didn't want to do anything, because honestly, depression's a real thing, and a lot of people go through it. But what does depression mean? Or when you think of that word, depression, depressed, deep rest. You need deep rest. Now, again, this is a shout out to one of the YouTubers that I listened to growing up. His name's Ralph Smart. The first time I heard him say that, I was like, oh, because when you feel depressed, that's what you need, is deep rest and to breathe. We're tired, we need that recovery time. We need that time to own ourselves and figure ourselves out and just pull it together. Now, going into deep rest, I want to get into the subject of dreams. Not like, oh, I have a dream to be this one day. I mean actual dreams, like when you're sleeping and go into the dream state. Those states are very, very powerful. Although we don't have control over them, although we can learn to, astral project and lucid dream. We get a lot of messages in our dreams, whether it's internal things that we may be experiencing that in this physical world we're not realizing, but in our subconscious mind, that's where our true thoughts and feelings come out. So it's important to pay attention to your dreams. And sometimes we don't even remember, I've heard that when we don't remember, we still dreamt. We just simply don't remember them. But if you can remember, and if you do remember, try to jot them down as soon as you wake up, because I've had dreams before, guys, where I dreamt something and I woke up and I was like, oh, that's weird. And then it actually happened recently. This is like 2 years ago I've had this dream. And then one day that same exact thing in the dream happened. And it was just like the simplest situation. I'm trying to remember who it was. Like somebody said something that was exact to what happened in my dream. And I looked to the other side of me. It was like deja vu, that saying, but like that was wild. So all I'm saying is pay attention to your dreams, because they will sometimes give you answers. They will sometimes give you hints of the future, or they will sometimes give you suggestions on what in certain situations you might want to do, So anyway, pay attention to your dreams and pay attention to your body. It's very important to live in the present moment and feel your body. So with that, going back into the rehab, really living in the present, because I think sometimes, at least for me, this forced me to live in the present, A lot of times we're so stressed about the past or stressed about the future, which the future is a bunch of things that don't even exist yet. The future hasn't even happened. So we don't need to stress about it, because what's ever meant to happen is going to happen. And we can only control what we can control. So let go of what you don't. Every day for my rehabilitation, in the very beginning, I could not put my leg down, especially the first side. So I had my meniscus and my right knee repaired, lateral and medial. I think that's what it's called. And then my ACL had a partial MCL. So like almost everything in this knee was just like reconstructed. So that recovery took 10 months. This recovery took 8 months. And this side on my left knee, thankfully, I only had to do the ACL. So it's only been 8 months since my surgery. And again, this is pre-tape, so this is probably dropping 9 or 10 months after. But regardless, this one took 10. So it felt like a little win. You want to celebrate your little wins that you get. And I mean, they may seem little to other people, but to yourself, you need to be proud of yourself and give yourself grace and compassion, because we're always, again, in that world of hustle and on to the next thing. And that's not enough. You're not enough. Like, who's to tell you that? If you don't think you're enough, you won't be. If you don't think you're powerful, then you won't be. But if you think you're powerful and you know your worth and you know your value, then your reality is going to match that. So I'm saying this, I know this is a little short blurb episode today of just positivity and good vibes and dreams and a little check-in to let y'all know your girl's cleared. But I hope this helps. If it just helps one of you out there, like that's really all that matters. Protect your energy. Just steer clear as much as possible from negativity. Build a shield, an aura shield to protect your energy. Don't let anybody's insecurities get under your skin. Have compassion for those people, because know that whoever may be having a bad day or having a negative moment or trying to come at you crazy, realize that within themselves, they are going through it. And at the end of the day, we're all connected. So if you project love and positivity, that's what you will get back. And if you don't, then that's not your problem, So I just wanted to shed that light onto you. Nikita Lyons is back in the ring. And if you haven't yet, make sure you go like and subscribe to my channel. We drop every other Wednesday bi-weekly, and new music is dropping. If you haven't checked out To Be a Champion, my music video by Faithy J, go peep that. And yeah, thank you. Just thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. I hope this helped. Little random thoughts of Nikita. Stay tuned because we ain't stopping. I will see you next time. Much love and light. Be your authentic selves and go let the world know who you are. Awesome.